The idea of Get You Back to You came from quite a long process actually. I think people tend to think if you're outside of the creative world that ideas just pop into your head like a little light bulb above your head, and there it is, you have the answer. I do remember the penny dropped in one meeting when we were all together, and we kind of said, well, it kind of just makes you you again. And we thought, that's kind of right, that is what it does, but it doesn't sound that interesting. Could we make it interesting? And then we worked on the line a bit and went, well, it gets you back to you. So that's actually an interesting plot in terms of film plots. If you were writing for Hollywood, someone finding another person probably seems predictable and quite well trodden. Someone on a long journey to find themselves, literally, seemed very interesting.
Storyboarding is the first part of our process where we sketch out all the ideas and the story and create a sense of flow. We then move into creating boardomatics, which helps us refine the editorial timing of the spot and helps us see the story unfold. And it gives a clear story framework for the previs and animation team.
We thought there's something really interesting in this visual, showing someone on their journey back to finding themselves, but visually we found out very early and had an instinct that the answer didn't lie in real photography or real kind of filming in camera. It just felt like it was the wrong kind of area and didn't ring true to anyone. It felt too literal. And then we realised that this metaphorical journey could be told in illustration terms. It allowed people to project themselves into the storyline.
We spend quite a bit of time developing visuals, pieces of key art for our animation team and lighting team, so they know exactly what we're trying to achieve. Using our boardomatic as a guide to the editorial flow, we then build everything in 3D, the boat, the girl, the ocean, and the general environment, and we start playing around with camera and animation, and this is where we really start to see the story take shape. We're finished with previs and are close to finishing animation. We move into lighting and texturing each of these scenes. And it's definitely an exciting phase for us because this is where we start to see how things are really going to look. This is sort of where the style frames really help guide our process a little bit. And this is where your eye for detail really comes into play. We're just adding little water splashes on the camera lens can just make all the difference to a shot.
I know now just quite how.
And so you start to get a feel of we're looking for storylines, we're looking for a plot where someone can actually find themselves. Then we thought beautiful animation would be fantastic to do that, and then finally we had a whole emotional level of music over the top to really bring out the emotional journey as well. I think it's really fresh advertising. It's taken a lot of effort, a lot of discussions, but I'm pleased that it doesn't show. I think the work just looks effortless and it's beautiful to look at, and so it doesn't show any of the effort that went into it, and I think that's always a good sign.